Welcome back, guys, to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, where we are now defending Mayor Faye. We are defending her from, well, what? We have to find out, we have to investigate more, and with a little bit of a hint, or more to the point, a little prompting to move on, back to check out the Gatewater Hotel at the end of last episode. We'll do just that. See what we can find now. Good afternoon, sir! Excuse me, you are? Ah, I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment, at your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? Ah, I believe our guest Miss May is currently using the, facilities? If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no! Hey! I think he inferred something there. Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit. Ah, I almost forgot. Gah! You came back quick. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Oh, right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp. Where have I heard that name? I think we heard it very, very recently. White. That was his name. My sister told me. White was the name of the guy who ruined me and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? Indeed, right. So, with no lady around, you know exactly where I'm going to examine, the place where she was stopping me. There's a screwdriver sticking out that half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. Indeed it is. What do we have here? A wiretap? Couldn't have guessed it earlier when you saw the screws on the phone wrong and a phone conversation that was seen to be intercepted. A wiretap? What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? Okay, we've got a wiretap added to the court record. We're just taking the evidence rather than calling in the police. There is definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all of this. I know it. Alright. We'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Mayor's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean, you know what I mean. Oh, bellboy, still there? Oh, time to scram. I look forward to tangling with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. Because he has to clarify, you know. Right then, we've got a to be continued screen. But I think at that point, it just asked me to save as we move on. To September 7th, 10 AM, District Court, Courtroom number 1. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss May Faye. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Faye, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder. We have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please, describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. Body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker, found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Indeed, maybe I can use that factoid. Floor plans have now been added to the court record. We've got a fair bit more evidence this time. Now, Detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Alright then, here we go. Time to pay attention. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. What's the whoosh? Smack? Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Right then, so we're going to press. We're going to press indeed, though it's the seeing someone thing that I'm suspicious about at the moment, because when we checked the window from the hotel, we said we couldn't really see a face. So, as soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. You did indeed, did you? Well, we're going to ask more. Who did you say you got a call from? Hey, pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene. Okay, I pressed. Not sure it did much, though. Right, please continue. There were 2 people there already. Explain. Well, we already know this bit to be fine. Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime? Right. I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away. Indeed. So, tell us who the 2 people you found on the scene were. Yes, sir. Indeed, sir. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. More the point, I probably should have pressed the previous statement because I think that was... No, it wasn't a news one. There were 2 people there already. So we just keep pressing on everything. We'll see if he slips up, but I don't think these are the phrases we're looking for. And I'm getting really aggressive. Are you absolutely sure it was us? Listen, pal. Your dumb act will only get you so far, indeed. With her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you 2 stand out like suspicious people in a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. And you! She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press with a little more care. Yeah, well, nothing bad came of it. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. You didn't immediately arrest her, but I'm guessing this is not really a point to press either, but let's keep going. Why is that? What's your reason? Why? We had a witness account describing her. Now here's some points where we might find something. Hold on just 1 second. And even the music went. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough. Detective Gumshoe, do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Ah! Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Okay, more testimony. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results show that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Gotcha. We know exactly what we're going for this time. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm really embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. But we know exactly what we're aiming for. Right, so we'll skip the first couple because this bit of stuff isn't exactly useful for us. The memory on a piece of paper is the interesting point, but it's keep going on it. The word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results show that the blood was the victim's. We know that. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. But it's this one. Before she died, the victims wrote the killer's name. Because we already looked at this, didn't we? The autopsy report where it says single blunt force trauma. Death was instantaneous. She couldn't have wrote the name.
Objection!
Detective Gumshoe! There's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Mia Fey. That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it! Who else could have? You have it backwards, Detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But... No butting your way out of this one, Detective. Indeed, I'm gone on the attack. Order! Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down, Mr. States the obvious.
Objection!
Mr. Wright. Ooh, he's got a manly voice. I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? Right, the day of the murder, the day after the murder, I forget. Obviously, it was the day of the murder. I'm pretty sure it was the day of the murder. You're wrong there, pal. We didn't write an autopsy report to the day after. Oops, yeah, I was wrong. Wait a second. Yeah, oh right, yeah. We didn't get it on the day. We got it the next day. Oops. The prosecution's point being... Well, it's still carried on. That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? The second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. Sounds like you've got a specific thing to get some wiggle room here. It helps you prove stuff better. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim didn't have time to write Mayor. That is all. I see! Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham! The detective's a sham! I'm a sham! Can we just... Yeah, let's just... Easiest target. Detective Gumshoe, you're a sham! How could you give me a faulty report? There we go, blame him. Huh? I thought... Detective Gumshoe. I'm disappointed in you, handing him the wrong report like that. Huh? I'm sorry, sir. You are at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. What? But... I feel kind of sorry for him. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Right, so we got ourselves an autopsy report updated. I wonder what it says now. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? That's a good question. Witness, your name, please. April May, at your service. Wink with the kind of traditional Japanese cleavage bob. Oh, the Japanese. Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd, but more to the point, it shows off her character, not shows off anything else. It's more to the point saying that that's the kind of person she is, in a way. Right, an introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd indeed. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Oh, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was in my hotel room. Teehee. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices? That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. And so we've got ourselves another witness testimony to hopefully actually find holes in. It was 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. That sounds weird. And the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. And winking at us as well. Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... Wait, Your Honor? Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Maya Fay's understudy, were you not, Mia? Goodness, pronounce these people's names right. You must know her techniques well. A cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes, I'm doing it. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. And more to the point, our pressing of the witness is about to begin. To press everything, find the hole. It was 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. Why did you do that? Huh? Why? Why what? Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Oh, well, gee. What? That's it? She can't get out of this question that easily. I sort of, I had a feeling. Yes, play to the crowd. But I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Indeed, go for it. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely, you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. Ooh!
Objection!
Why are you objecting? Mr. Wright! I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. That's the first 2 questions, man. I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop him! The crowd, the poor girl. Order! Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Poor girl? What about poor me? You looked out the window. What did you see next? And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked.
Hold it!
The woman with long hair. That was Mia Fay? Uh-huh. Slender, sort of. Well, some people might say pretty, if that's your thing. Your thing? And the person attacking her? The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair.
Hold it!
How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, I'm hoping we could bring up the window, not being able to see her face clearly from here. She had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. No, he's not. I question the testimony. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. Oh, no. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you saw nothing or that you're lying. You saw nothing, I'm going to say. Did you really see the defendant at all? That actually got to her. Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this, indeed? Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless. About this, I mean. Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. Indeed. Not probably what I was going for here, but I was pressing because it's the fact that we couldn't see her clearly. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus! But... Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Rawr! What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. And another wink. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. And so the witness's testimony begins yet again, but for now we'll end it here. Join me next episode for more Phoenix Wright as we try to press Miss April May a little bit more and hope that the audience doesn't constantly rattle against us because of her looks and because of the way she flaunts it. Bye-bye.